Last year there was no Offutt Air Show.
But this year it's back, and organizers say this will be one of the best air shows Offutt has ever hosted.
It's going to be a good one. What's planned? Well, for that we bring in U.S. Navy Lieutenant Scott Adams. He's a Blue Angels supply officer who's from Omaha, was the Millard North homecoming king back in 2001. That's right. And then U.S. Air Force Captain James Pate is an F-22 pilot from Kansas City. He was once a student at UNO's Aviation Institute.
Nice to have both
Thanks
of you
for
here.
coming, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for back in the Big O.
It's amazing being back here and showing my teammates what a great town Omaha is, and just hanging out with the family again.
And grilling out, served some
last
steak
night.
last
You
night.
had some steaks?
Not yet, but it's on the agenda.
So the rest of the Blue Angels team, I hear, did. Maybe you're next. So this show, we've got video, and I want to get straight to it because it's the demonstrations, why people show up, why they bring their kids. Take us through what the Blue Angels will do this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We have two different styles of performance. We have our precision flyers, our diamond pilots 1 through 4. They're going to fly as close as 18 inches apart, and that's offset by our two solo pilots, the max performers. They're going to push the F-18 right to the edge of its limits, flying as low as 50 feet, as slow as 120 knots right there, as fast as 660 miles per hour.
And they are, I went to this show a few years ago, and they're so loud when you're standing down there.
Yeah. And when they surprise you from behind and you're not expecting it, and all of a sudden your heart stops.
How do they fly 18 inches apart?
Yeah.
It's a great question. There's a lot of training, a lot of practice. We go to El Centro, California every single winter and do 120 training flights. All the pilots are experienced aviators, so they're used to flying formation, but not as close as we do on the team, and so it takes a lot of time to build closer and closer. But yeah, a lot of practice.
You fly an F-22. Do you ever fly 18 inches apart from other F-22 pilots?
No, we don't want to get that close.
What's special about the F-22?
The F-22 is our first 5th generation air dominance fighter. So it's kind of the creme de la creme. It's the pointy end of the spear. It's the most technologically and aerodynamically advanced airplane, pretty much in the world right now. So the demo does a great job of showing off all of its capabilities as far as the slow speed flight, the high speed, and some of its more advanced high alpha or quick maneuvering.
Like what's a slow speed for the F-22?
Yeah, we'll slow it down to 75 knots as we're coming across the airfield.
And that means what? How many miles per hour is that?
Oh man, about 75.
That's funny.
Do math here.
I know. I gotta get a conversion chart.
So for you, what's your favorite part of the demonstration, where the crowd is getting into it?
To be honest with you, I mean, I remember coming to the show when I was 7 years old. So it was it's watching the kids' eyes light up when they see the jets, when they see us do this show. So you're going to see this thing do stuff that airplanes should not be able to do. We're going to fly it backwards for you on a tail slide. We're going to spin it around its longitudinal axis and basically fall out of the sky in reverse direction. You see the back end of the airplane right there. We have thrust vectoring capability. It's 2 really big engines that give us a greater than 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio, so you can stand it on its tail and accelerate it going straight up.
How much do those planes cost?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, you're looking at $140 million.
$140 million
so if
per
they
aircraft.
crash, you get docked a little bit on your tail.
We don't want any of that, Mike.
No, they're incredible. What are those planes used for in I guess military roles?
Yeah, you bet. It's air dominance. So we're out there to provide support for the Marine, the soldier, Navy, or the airman on the ground. And we're making sure that he's not attacked or he's not suppressed by an enemy from the air.
What impresses the size, but yet the finesse.
Sure. Yeah, it's a big airplane. It's a big airplane. If you'll see it next to, I think we're parked next to the Blue Angels, next to the F-18.
When was that designed? How long has that been in the fleet? Any idea how long it's been?
It was actually designed back in the 80s. Wow. So you're looking at the original 80s design. It was started to be produced for test flights in the 90s, went into operation early 2000s.
We're focusing on what's happening in the air. Do you know much about what's going on the ground this weekend? I know that's not your specialty. Any other attractions our viewers want to know about?
There's going to be a lot of great other attractions. Michael Goulian, world famous airback pilot, world champion pilot. Maybe leapfrogs are going to be there. Heritage flight. The captain's going to be with, flying around with. A lot of great static displays for folks to come out and check out this weekend.
When I was out there last time, I know parking is kind of limited.
Yeah.
When I took a shuttle, is that shuttle still available?
I believe there will be a couple shuttles, but definitely get there early so you can get a good parking spot and see most of the show.
And any restricted items, stuff people can't bring onto the base?
I think that would be your standard stuff. Use common sense.
Yeah.
You're not going to take a
No
knife
weapons.
or a weapon onto a military installation. Just remember that you
In terms
are
of
on
bottled water,
military.
though, take
Yeah.
bottled water. All
Yeah.
that stuff.
Absolutely. It's going to be hot this weekend.
OffuttAirShow.com is the website. All of the details are there, including parking. If you're curious about taking the shuttle, this is a free event, and that's another one of the reasons we love it, and we're thrilled that it's back this year. Thank you, members of Congress, for reinstating funding so we can see it again Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 5 o'clock. Guys, thank you for coming
Yeah,
in.
Thank you
Nice
for
to
having
see
us.
you.
Get them on
And
stage.
get him some
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Scott?
Little Navy to Air Force.
Yeah.
Get there, huh?
The love going on.
Some joint
The
food.
home,
right.
the homecoming
I like
king,
it.
get the guy a steak.
I like it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in. Tommy